Hello everyone, welcome to a new one, and this is a video that I'm proud of because these results are absolutely bonkers. Like I said in the headline of this video, this is by far one of the best the best performing clients that we've ever had, and overall this is the result of being in the trenches with software development companies, figuring out how do you successfully grow and scale a software development business aside from just running emails and sending emails. It's a thing of this client came to us with basically they didn't even know how to spell the word sales, for example. It was that sort of basic. So we needed to do a lot of work, and we did a lot of work, and it paid out, and it's still paying out, and it's paying out so well that we basically got asked to please reduce the volume of the campaigns, because doing all of the discovery and sales calls and managing the business on the side was just not doable for everyone. So yeah, I'll run you through sort of the backstory behind this success story. So the average cold email response rate, based on like Google this, okay, based on your geographical area, you might get a different result, but this is a screenshot. The average cold email response rate is 8.5%. That means for every 100 cold emails you send, expect about eight people to respond. That is not 8 people that respond positively. Like there's a very easy distinguish between reply rate and positive reply rate, and the latter one is the one that you want to go for, of course, because you don't want to tell people like, hey, I'm not interested, take me off your list, this is not for me, etc., etc. So the current active campaigns that we are running, and by the way, this says cold email open rates is 24%. We don't track that. I advise you to not do that as well, because there's a tracking proxy or a pixel, whatever you want to call it, which automatically gets fired, or at least in a lot of cases gets fired. And the fact that this would say 90% open rate is not reliable. Like, don't track it, because it hurts deliverability, because you're sending along that tracking pixel. So reply rates range from close to 40, over 60, 55 almost, super high, like way above industry standards. Then the positive reply rate is even better. If you look at this, it's like 11% out of these replies are positive. That's how it calculates that. This is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, if you are into cold email, then you know that this is ridiculous. This might not look ridiculous. You might not really understand what this says, but this is like from like 2K emails, so like 3.5K emails sent, we basically generated 46, let's say 75-ish, 80 positive, and then we could sort of do the calculations as well. We plus 1 plus 26 plus 20, it's 100, so bad maths. But we convert for this client at I think like 38-ish% meeting booked rate. So that's, almost 38 meetings booked. So just to give you some context on, hey, how well does this perform? It's just sick. Like, out of 2K people reached, we booked or 2K emails sent, sorry, not even people. So to give you some explanation, let's say a 3-step sequence, so where you send email 1, 2, and 3. This would mean that you have around a little over 300 people within the campaign. So this all combined could be that this is like, I don't know, a couple hundred leads, close to 1,000 or whatever. I don't know. Depends on the exact sequences as well that are within there. So yeah, sick ass results. That's it. Just if you are into cold email, damn, that's a hard sentence. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, like I said, those stats might make cold email nerds jump, but we slashed the campaign volume in half, by 5, sorry, because like I said, the calls were just not doable anymore. Current stats, it's like follow-up calls booked after sales calls. So I think that is a sort of good stat on, hey, how well does this actually convert? So you have discovery call, you have sales call, and then you have follow-up calls after the sales calls. There are 19 scheduled at the moment, so 19 people converted into like a follow-up process after booking the sales call. So yeah, I briefly covered the sort of what did they came to us with basically no foundation. They had no growth. The only thing that they sold to was referrals and existing clients, upselling existing clients. That was it. No idea who to sell to, struggling with competition, just the usual stuff that almost all of the software development companies that I speak to tell me. It's just like, yeah, the problems that you have are very sort of, you're not alone out there, definitely not. So just like very, like talking you through sort of the process, or at least the steps that we went through. We started and we had to do work on the positioning and the offer of this business because they had none. They just did everything under the sun. And I'm not going to, this is not a video where I run through the how-tos and the templates and the scripts and how we translated this into sort of how did we go from no positioning to solid positioning and booking so many meetings because the offer is so good. I'm not going to do that within this video. That's not like, if you want that information, book a meeting. We'll do the same for you. Dive into, hey, how can you accelerate your growth? Just outlining what we did here, what we solved. So it was the positioning and the offer. We started doing outbound as soon as this was validated and as this was actually like set up correctly. We implemented a pre-sales process where you have pre-call sequences, pre-call documents, overall just processes to make sure that you either disqualify people if they are not a fit or qualify people even more and warm up people even more. So that's like all of the right CRM automations, all of the right sequences, etc. Making sure that people know who you are and come to a call prepared, are aware of the budgets that they need to spend, are aware of the problems that you solve, etc. Doing sales, that's something that we help this client with, setting up a sales process, setting up all of your scripts, doing sales card reviews, essentially outlining the entire sales process so that because like I said, they came from not having sold anything cold and basically not doing any sales because the only thing that they sold to was existing clients and some referrals here and there. So we needed to transform that all the way to, hey, you need to get good at sales because selling to cold prospects is vastly different than selling to warm prospects. Then the after sales process helped them with, hey, how do you follow up? How do you make sure that you keep people engaged? How can you also focus on people that might not, if someone tells you, hey, I can't buy right now, you could let them go, or you could keep them engaged and increase the chances of them closing sooner because there will be a point where the timing is right. Then we started looking at scaling, and by scaling, I just mean doubling down on campaigns like these and getting campaigns like these to work, and also looking at, hey, what kind of different value propositions can we outline? What kind of target markets can we reach out to, et cetera, et cetera. And from there on, it's money-making season. So this is sort of the overall, all of the individual activities that we solve. Like I said, if you want more insights into this, feel free to sort of reach out or do some digging on the YouTube channel. There's a lot of videos out there, or look online. I have a lot of documents that I can share with you. Shoot me a message, book a call. Happy to speak to you if you'd like some more insights or information. That's it for today. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one. And yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, you know where to find me.